I'm Luke Serveld. Welcome to another episode of Meet the Gaffer. Today's topic is competition. My grandfather owned a fish store in Patchogue on the south shore of Long Island, New York. The story that was handed down in the family was that the fish store started out selling fish on one side of the store and fruits and vegetables on the other side, until a larger grocery chain came into the area and undercut the prices, so that my grandfather decided to specialize in fish and stop selling fruits and vegetables. Now, from my perspective, that was a story about a bully, a corporate bully. When I was growing up in the 60s and 70s, I only knew the fish store as a fish store. I was led to feel betrayed by the copycat mega grocer who had larger purchasing power and could just lower prices in the nearby store to siphon off those who didn't see enough value in the higher prices my grandfather had to charge to make a profit. An outsider might look at that same situation and say, that's the way the market works. That's capitalism. Just good old competition. May the best person win. In our business, there are classic tales of people manufacturing other people's ideas without sharing the proceeds, but also stories of friendly agreements that have lasted for decades. There have certainly been some fierce patent wars surrounding LEDs. And for the record, U.S. patents are good for 20 years. That's it. Global patents don't really exist. On an individual level, when you're starting out, you may not be able to spend top dollar for lighting and grip tools. You may turn to value brands and eventually do stunning work. When people know who you are and you're at the top of your game, with projects coming in fast and heavy, you may need to run with the big name brands to keep those who hire you happy. Both of these approaches have merit. The subject of my last rant may be helpful here. To recap, I said it was odd that we didn't have a full color family of point source units from one manufacturer. That at the moment, we have to piece together a family of units from multiple manufacturers. But in a way, the market, or Adam Smith's invisible hand, pushed manufacturers to put out the next best full color unit to keep up with the competition instead of creating a full color family of units under their own brand. They were competing while pushing the industry forward. Almost a decade ago, ARRI blew away the market when they introduced the original SkyPanel S60C. Eventually, everyone and their babysitter tried to compete by coming out with a 1x2 panel of their own. But not until the CreamSource Vortex 8 got traction did ARRI finally feel compelled to roll out the new SkyPanel X. A few years ago, Aputure got a lot of people's attention, and now, along with Nanlux, continue to crash every party they can. Godox has watched this success and wants in. But competition doesn't have to be a zero-sum game. Remember when Aputure rolled out the Amaran line? It was a way to get quality lighting tools into more people's hands, growing the overall user base. Value brand users often become name brand users. And while some companies get caught napping, the value brands have been upping their game, doing their best to become name brands. There's disruption everywhere. So given that, how do you compete while pushing each other to move the industry forward? How do you stay at the forefront with fresh innovations? For manufacturing, it's still the same goal as it ever was. Don't just make another mousetrap or a cheaper one. Make a better one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.